Yo, yo, once again, this your boy Prime, and it is that time. So, I had a few requests come in from a few subscribers that basically told me, hey, listen, it basically said, why don't you ever talk about, things that may help a new driver? I guess it's easy to forget about new drivers. We got people out here that's been driving for a while, but I know for a fact that Uber, for example, can only retain like 4% of its drivers because the prices are too low. And the thing is with Uber and Lyft is you literally have to be a strategist. You have to strategize on this. You gotta be really, really strategical to a point where you know when to come outside, when to turn your app on, when to accept a ride when your app is on. Because some people still believe that if your app is on and you get a ping, you must take it. So I am gonna break this down for new people. Okay, I want all new people. If you're watching this right now, if you're new to driving, listen to me carefully. Number one rule in rideshare business is that you're an independent contractor. That means you are not an employee. So that means for the most part, you do what you want to do. Okay? Now, this is what an independent contractor is by definition. You accept it, in layman's terms to you, okay? Not by definition in the dictionary, but this is basically in layman's terms, okay? If you accept a job, you must complete the job. If you do not accept the job, you don't have to. So it's essentially like this. When you get a ping, that is you saying, okay, this is my time to either accept this job, or in this case, a ride, or not. So if you touch the screen and say you accept it, then you're obligated to complete that trip. If you do not touch it, then you're not obligated to complete that trip. Yes, they will say something about acceptance rating. They're gonna send you messages, but if you notice the messages, none of them are threatening to deactivate you or fire you, terminate you, anything of those lines, because they legally cannot terminate you, do anything to you, because you're an independent contractor. And Uber got sued already because once you start doing stuff like that, then you're basically acting like an employer, and they don't want to do that. So don't worry about that, new people. You don't have to accept a ride in a bad neighborhood if you don't want to. Trust me, I always keep a acceptance rating of about 19%. Okay, trust me, I'm not accepting a lot of rides. Okay, a lot of rides I'm just letting go. Trust me, been doing it for over a year. Haven't been terminated, deactivated on either platform. Work for both of them. Drive for both of them. Never been deactivated. Okay. For that, okay, I was temporarily deactivated from Uber, but that was an issue with a customer. Okay, had nothing to do with that though. Okay, so what I'm telling you is, don't worry about that. Don't care what nobody says and the morals and value system bull crap. Let me tell you something. You out there to get money. And if you ain't out there to get money, then get out the way. You know what I'm saying? Because you in my way. Okay? I'm going to tell you the real. So new people, remember that. Now, you could be this great driver and pick up everybody and all that, but you're going to see what's going to happen. You're not going to make as much money as you want. And then you're going to quit. That's why a lot of drivers quit, because they first month or so, they don't make what they thought they were going to make, because they were expecting so much money, you know what I'm saying? And maybe they got that bonus, and maybe that kept them alive, maybe that kept them good, maybe that, because some people, when you get that first bonus, if you work hard enough to get that bonus, those are the people that stay on for a few more months. Then after that, they see their money dropping because they're not in the right place at the right time. So knowing your city is very, very, very key. Like, for example, if you're downtown in your metropolitan area, because if you live in like a non-metropolitan area, like you gotta come to the metropolitan. You can't drive in your area. I'm telling you, you're not gonna make no money there. If you live in a small area, don't drive there. Don't even waste your time there. Okay, you're not gonna make money there. Okay? Trust me. I don't know why people do that. You live in these rural areas and you try to drive there, and then they be mad that they ain't making no money. Well, ain't nobody to pick up. There are like 5 people that live there. You need to go somewhere where there's millions of people, or close to millions of people. You know what I'm saying? You can't go there where there's only 50,000 people. A good percentage of those people are gonna have cars and not gonna need Uber and Lyft all like that. Not enough to make you your money, right? So make sure you come to the metropolitan area if you live far out. I know that sounds like a lot, but that's the only way for you to make money. You understand what I'm saying? You're not gonna make money in your rural ass area. You're not. So if you live like that, trust me, that's what you'll need to do. Okay? So, you make sure you need to make sure you know like the ins and outs of the city, how to get places. If you're in a big city, something like that, you need to know how to get to a passenger. So when the police block off the streets and all of this for an event, you still need to know how to get to them, because navigation will get you around it. But the problem is navigation will never ever get you through all the little stops that the police put up. So that's basically saying that you need to be able to know. You need to know the setup of the police almost. And that comes with experience. Like right now, I know exactly every event that happens. I know exactly the behaviors of the police. I know their behaviors. They're going to block this street. They're going to block that street. They're going to block access to this street. So that means you need to know that. So when a customer is telling you to come down that street, you can tell them, hey, listen, they block that street. Because customers, they don't be paying no attention to what the police are doing. All they know is they hear, and now they requesting a ride. What's going on? Why this guy ain't here? That's all they think about. So your best bet, a good rule of thumb is to always make that phone call. Call them, hey, listen, tell them, hey, listen, I see you over here on Huron, but I can pick you up on Prospect because they got that street blocked off. Okay, can you just come a block over and I'll meet you there in like 5 minutes. And the way you talk to them, you can't really give them options. It's like a sales pitch almost. I'm a salesman by nature, so when I talk to people, I don't really give them an option. I just tell them, hey, listen, what I need you to do, I need you to come over to, I know you're on Huron, I need you to walk a block over to Prospect, and I'll meet you there in 5 minutes. I didn't really give them an option. I didn't say, hey, can you do this? Because that usually means, no, bring your ass over here, because they think they're your boss. They're a passenger. They're the one paying the money. They think they're your boss right now. So you got to make sure you let them know that you're the boss, because this is your car, and if you don't want to get in here, that's fine. I'll get the next passenger. It's no big deal. I mean, it's millions of people here. I'm not thirsty for you, okay? And that's how you need to be. If you letting people boss you around, you're not gonna make it. You gonna let this shit tear you up. You cannot get bossed around. You don't want to get bossed around at all. You got to maintain that this is your vehicle, and I am an independent contractor. I don't got to take this crap from you, okay? Because passengers will do that to you. They will boss you around. Okay, and another valuable tip that I can say is I have a one-strike policy with passengers. One strike. You don't get 2, you don't get 3, you get 1. So that means one time you do anything in my car, I will pull over and I will put you out. Now, when I pull over, that's it. I don't go back on that. Customers will try to talk you out of it. Oh, I'm so sorry. Nope, get out. Nope. They'll learn next time not to do that. Whatever it was that irritated the hell out of you, they'll know next time that that's not acceptable. And they'll know that for the next driver, that drivers don't play. We'll put you out in a heartbeat. I don't care if it's raining. I don't care if there's a tornado behind me. Get out. Right behind this tornado? Yes, right behind it. Get out. I'm not playing with you. Okay? And the reason why you got to be like that is because passengers think that they can do whatever they want to you. They think they can talk to you crazy. They can tell you directions and all this and how to get there and all that, and then blah blah blah, and talk to you like that. Don't let it happen, people. Don't let it happen, because the first time you let it happen, I'm telling you, this is one of the main reasons why drivers quit because they're so frustrated with passengers. And one thing I will say is you need to take a break every now and again. Like I took a break from driving before. Like mostly, like in the wintertime is the best time to take a break because it's already bad weather outside or whatever. So that's usually the time to really take a break. Summertime, not so much because that's when it's hot and you know people we want rides you more. So you don't really want to take a break then from driving. Of course, you still want to take a break, but you don't want to take a hiatus. You know what I'm saying? Like a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like a week, like a normal break, but not like 3 weeks or something like that. I just wouldn't recommend that because you're missing out on so much money that you could be building on. One other thing that I can think of that a lot of new drivers don't capitalize on is the bonuses and stuff like that that you can get from signing up other drivers and with Lyft with other passengers. Like these are key. You know what I'm saying? These are key because you don't even have to drive to make that money. Like you have to try to make that happen. So if you're not honing in on those type of things, you're missing out on so much money. So just remember that you can make money doing that and try to make money doing that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Don't forget that you can make money doing that as well as driving. Don't just to be a driver and not a promoter. You gotta be a promoter too because if you promote out here, you can get somebody to sign up under your code, and boom, you'll get whatever the value of that sign up is. You know what I'm saying? So I got a few more tips, and then I'm gonna be out of here, and I'll let you guys go. New drivers, I know new drivers always do this. They don't have the right equipment. Like, you know, I know I have a lot of stuff. If you've seen any of my videos, I know one guy had came on here and said I got a little too much. I didn't like that comment, so I deleted that comment because I felt it was straight negative. It had nothing positive to say. He had nothing. He had no backing in that. Like, I have no problem with somebody disagreeing with me. We can agree to disagree. But if you're gonna be straight negative, then I'm gonna delete you. I'm gonna bounce you out. So a couple things. Have the right equipment. Make sure you got at least a phone with 7.0 Android on it and at least iOS 10. So the most upgraded version of the phones. Don't have no old ass phone that's running slow. That's not good. You know what I'm saying? Like I see people with these old ass phones, I'll be like, why's your phone so old? Like upgrade the phone, okay? Please. You know, it's 7.0 nougat out here for Android, and it's iOS 10. You don't have to, but why would you have anything older than that if you're trying to run apps and stuff like that, okay? Have the newest stuff, okay? Upgrade. Damn it, upgrade. Please. That's number one. And get yourself a phone holder. Stop holding your phone in your hand and doing that. That's unsafe. And you will get a 1 star every time. Passenger will give you 1 star because they think that's unsafe too. Okay? So don't do that. Don't do that. Okay? Please don't do that. Alright? Oh. Get yourself a flashlight, people. Okay? Get yourself a flashlight. Because if you're doing night driving, you're going to need something to at least, you know what I'm saying? Be able to see addresses, okay? Because it's hard to see address at night. If you're going to do night driving, people, have a flashlight in hand, ready. And that's pretty much that. Now, for all you new people, if you're checking out my video for the first time, check out my other videos. I have other videos about all kinds of different stuff that's key. I have a video that I think that you guys will like. It's called What a Rideshare Driver Needs. And I basically break down what I have and some of the stuff that I think you need to be the most efficient rideshare driver in the business. Honestly, I think I'm the most efficient rideshare driver in the business, or at least in Cleveland for sure. Okay. One other thing, get a camera, and that's all I gotta say. You guys have a good one. It's been my time, and I'm Prime and time. Now, as I always say, hey, If you don't want to do the time, don't do the crime. Hey, I'm out of here.